Hey Rumble, hey YouTube, hey Twitch. Now, as it stated in the stream, we're talking about Dr. Disrespect. Okay. And the reason why we have to have this discussion, because it looks like Dr. Disrespect kind of said something. Finally, kind of came out, was talking about things. Um, the only, so I got it from Asmongold. Um, so we're gonna go through this. Yes.
And by definitely, I mean allegedly, hypothetically, theoretically, possibly known, is that the person was probably not 18.
Okay, so we're gonna rewatch this. I already watched it, and I already got my opinion on it.
Almost 4 years. Yes. Public demand to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all right, missed the point with my personal statement. Here we go. It's time to tell my side of the story. Yes! 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 See, there was a lawsuit today. And as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. Okay. Right.
Okay, you say not all parties were allowed to speak about the case. Okay. Um. So, Doctor Disrespect, first for foremost, I gotta say this. You already admitted to what you did. Doctor Disrespect. That let's be completely fucking honest. If you don't, we all know that. You admitted onto Twitter. So what are you telling us? That now that what you said on Twitter was a lie? I don't think what you said on Twitter was a lie. That's why you erased it. You admitted to doing these things, and I think it was went farther than you actually like to give out to say. To me personally, I think Twitch is not a bad company. I think it's a better company than most. I think it's better than YouTube because it doesn't protect people like you.
I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. Right. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, the other side could respond. That's right. Okay. Again, now this is all right. Let's go. Again, I respected all the confidential obligations. That's right. Mm-hmm. But apparently, Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Oh. Cody Connors. By name, Twitch employee. By name was even involved. Leaks. Twitch's reported reason. Years later. Cody, but why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided you fucking rat. To leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. Okay. Well, I mean, for what? Call me that. Why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? When did you see, you don't know shit. And it was obvious from your tweets. You didn't have any first-hand knowledge.
All right, this is where I'm gonna criticize you again. Again, you admitted on Twitter that you did these things. Why do you, out of the blue, decide to do the? Then you deleted the tweet and you make this live stream. I can't, dude. I can't. This is what I'm getting at. It's YouTube again. It's YouTube, which is very guilty of doing this, protecting someone who shouldn't be protected. And that's not okay in my books whatsoever. Now, I think there's more to this story that is coming out, and I think as we go through this, so yeah, let's keep going.
Bunch of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages. That do you even know what a legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc. Just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, James. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't.
Okay. See, this is where I think things get a little rocky because he says over the age of consent. That makes you wonder in what province, what country, what location. In the U.S., age of consent for most states is 16, but there is a kind of a stipulation behind it. It's 16. Age of consent is 16, but there's a 3-year difference clause between 16 to 18. So the only way you could like hook up with someone who's 16 is you would have to be within 3 years of 16. You couldn't like it's then that's it. And that's how I know it's how it's like here in Minnesota. So why he would go and for all we know, it could be in a country that's got an age of consent of like 14, 13. Like, and that's the sickening part about this. So still technically based off those aspects, it's still a minor. As long as they're under 18, in my books, they're a fucking minor. For most people, they're a minor. This is why when people, it's kind of a rule of thumb for me. I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't even bother with women under 21 because it's just too much headaches, drama, and possibilities that things could go wrong very fast. So, keep going.
Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever. You're full.
He stumbled on his words there.
Bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now. Don't you think, Chips? They act like they're just gossip channels now, without any real journalism and real research happening. Well, then what's your side? They report on all this based on leaks from 2 former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. What happened? If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. Now, what was the truth? But apparently that's just too much to ask. Where's the truth? If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had first-hand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team the same employees that decided to ban me internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexy. And two, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM. I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images.
The weird thing is he's not actually coming up with anything that he's saying. He's just saying it to say it, pretty much.
Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with the Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look how it's defined by everyone, James. Huh? Including defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean, how would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
So one,
And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here.
okay.
We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games, gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with a Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. We're talking about the face platform. Right? Literally.
Okay, then.
The face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. Was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed on Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. Okay. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
So now what?
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case you break this down. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told them clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th,
You never met, but there was intent to meet. That was the problem. You don't seem to figure this out. You don't seem to figure any of this out. There was intent. That was the problem in the first place. You intended to do this. Jesus Christ.
2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. We find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Okay.
That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Right.
He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team.
Okay.
So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team.
Uh-huh.
Mind you,
How do you know that?
this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through multi-year, multi-million, big time arbitration. And you discovered a lot of stuff.
I guess that's how.
Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whispered messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys will read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sex. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract, and then, while admitting they did not do any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were legal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received.
Okay, so
Twitch
16
makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
I know. 16 to 17 is still 20 years in life. There's 20 years to life.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case, but these former Twitch employees that claim to have first-hand knowledge, they just don't have it. They didn't reporting facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from me?
The funny thing about this is, okay, not even like a month ago, or it was like just over a month ago, back in July, like close to the end of July, he admitted to literally doing these things. Because I remember that was one of the things we were like talking about in our streams, because I wanted to point out, how these companies protect, YouTube protects these people. Like, tomorrow they allow them to thrive on their platform. And Dr. Disrespect was brought up because of all the allegations. And I remember him even admitted to it on fucking Twitter that he did these things. And then he, a month later, deletes the tweets. Like, get the fuck out of here, boy.
There are other streamers. I mean, outside of the audience, just take a look at me. I'm Silver. The realest motherfucker in this industry.
Realest motherfucker in this industry, boy, you got one thing coming to you. You aren't even close.
6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, urban business, gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband, and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's perfect, but we're not going to sit here and condone you doing the things that you did. I don't understand why he doesn't seem to figure that out.
I don't claim to be perfect.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do. But I also didn't do all this shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story right.
Okay.
They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy.
Sure.
And by sensationalizing all of this with big, accurate headlines like sexy, sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted at the expense of the due time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down on them. Plain and simple. Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here. Example number one. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a watch streamer to assert his intent to determine whether his content was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs?
And the thing is he doesn't even have the content creators on stream. He doesn't even show anything. He's just saying it without actual evidence. You know, that bugs me and it grinds my fucking gears. You know, I've dealt with it, you know, others deal with it. And it's just fucking it's not okay, Dr. Disrespect. And I know you may not even ever see this, but you gotta understand why people don't trust what you say. You admitted to it back in July that you did these things. And I'm pretty sure there was more going on than you even want to say. And to be honest, no one's trusting you now anymore.
Example number two. The streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract. Example number three. The streamer was reported for a sexually explicit stream involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract.
What was that?
Who are these people? Why just say it without any fucking proof or anything? Like, you're not beating the allegations right now, dude.
It's so
It's like right now what he's doing is go look at what they're doing without actually showing anything. He's saying these guys are doing this, even though I did this, and I shouldn't get in trouble for doing this because they supposedly did this without any proof.
obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees involved in personal biases against the talk. They used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this too. The doc's termination lines up with two preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer.
Oh, Surrounded Ninja. Yeah.
As soon as Twitch knew that Mixer had failed, go look at the time. These other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate due time. You see, I shouldn't even be banned from Twitch.
Yeah. Okay.
It has affected us on so many levels. Back in 2020 and now in 2024. Cody Connors, I just have to say it again. Why would you do this?
Was he gonna sue him or not?
Like,
If he was falsifying all this information, and with Dr. Disrespect, the amount of money he's got, he could easily sue the guy if he actually did something wrong. If Dr. Disrespect actually thought he had a case, he would sue him. I don't know why he keeps pushing this shit.
I said,
That's the thing.
this is like professionally years ago.
Because you're not fucking wrong with it. Who cares?
But because of you, Cody,
Oh, here we go.
we just lost.
Okay, and what's the one?
Unfortunately, we have to lay off people from Midnight Society.
So, what are you gonna do?
Because of you, Cody.
He's gonna sue for defamation? Yeah, that's what he needs to do. I mean, if it's not true, he needs to sue him. It's not even a question.
You know, for all of this, we are where we are.
For my thoughts.
I'll talk about it for a man, I'll accept it. But I don't accept to sit quietly by and let these idiots attack me with false accusations.
Okay. Then,
For all these doc haters out there, too,
and
the one that project, worry about everyone else's problems. I can't understand that mindset. I could care less. We've always stayed in our lane. But somehow, so many people, they just get in our lane. For all you doc haters, I'm sure you're just like dissect all of this and still find a way to publicly criticize me. What you need to do. I'll say this isn't for you. This was for my team today, my community, my friends, la familia that have supported me. And I'm not denying the exchange of whispers, James. I'm not denying that to all of you out there. It looks bad. I have no way of knowing if the tweet users thought our exchange of whispers was inappropriate. If it was, I apologize. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
are you gonna show them or not? Are you gonna screen behind it?
I'm not saying anything more about any of this. Okay?
So,
Unless I need to, because trust me, I have more I haven't disclosed.
tune in next time.
I just want to get back to what we do best. Put on a show. And climb our way to the tippy top of the mountain. In our own lane.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
So you're gonna show the messages, or are we gonna sue Cody Connors? Here's what's interesting about Cody is that if Cody said something that he was sexting a minor and that he had intentions to meet the minor, if he said that and Doc lost money on it, which very clearly Doc lost money, you really think that Doc didn't lose money because of these accusations? Of course he did. So if Doc lost money and the accusations aren't true, then how is this not defamation? And how is Cody not being sued into oblivion? You see what I'm saying? Because, like, in my opinion, I think somebody is wrong here. Like, basically, somebody here is lying. Now, this is what I think happened. And I have to preface and disclaimer and say this is not what I am sure of, but this is why this allegedly. Dr. Disrespect said one thing in this stream that was incredibly revealing. He said that the person was not a minor in the place that they were at the time. Do you guys remember him saying that explicitly?
He's never said it, but
the
he said
age
it
of
now.
consent inside of the U.S. is between 16 and 18. Some states it's 16, some it's 18. To be honest, the majority are actually 16.
Right.
I can look it up, but I don't want to look it up for obvious reasons. A majority of the states are actually under 18 for the age of consent. That also implies that and assumes that he was talking to somebody in America. Now, he could have been talking to somebody overseas with a completely different age of consent. This is totally unknown.
Mhm.
But what I think is definitely known, and by definitely, I mean allegedly, hypothetically, theoretically, possibly known, is that the person was probably not 18.
No, the person wasn't 18.
I don't think so. Who cares?
Well, like I've said, okay, I just feel like this whole thing, like, I think, first off, Dr. Disrespect is trying to find a scapegoat. I think he's trying to find a way to get out of his actions. He's trying to put himself in a position because he doesn't want to admit to what he did wrong. He wants to just fucking live off it, pretty much. And that is my problem with this whole situation. Like, are you kidding me? You've been caught red-handed, but you can't fucking just admit to what you fucking did. And the whole world's got you now because the guy admitted to doing this on Twitter. Like, you can't. You gotta be kidding me. And this was back in July. Like, he admitted to doing exactly what Twitch said he did. So why now, okay, about a month later, delete the tweet, and then a couple weeks later, you then go even further, okay? Not only did you delete the tweet, go further and try to put the blame on someone else. And then you go, he says things like, "Oh, look at these guys because they did this without any proof." But I didn't do that because I did this, even though there's proof of this, even though I've admitted to doing it. This is not. It's stupid. It really is what it is. And like I said, they just need to fucking. He needs to just own up to his mistakes. You know, I said my mistake. Like, I'm not against telling people where I fucked up in my life. You know, my mistakes. I was just talking to my mom about this today. I say that my relationship with my ex was a mistake. I shouldn't have given her the time of day. I'm being completely honest with you guys. And on top of that, um, yeah, no, that's what it comes down to. If I didn't give her the time of day, I'd be in a better position than right now than I was 10 years ago. That's what I'm getting at. Um, and that, like, it's just, you gotta realize where you fuck up and where your problems lie. Okay? You know, my problem was caring about someone way too fucking much and trying way too hard for something that wasn't even worth it. That ended up being an abusive situation. You, Dr. Disrespect, you, okay, were sexting a minor using Twitch's Whisper, then get mad at Twitch for banning you for doing so, and then you point at these other people, okay, while not looking at yourself in the mirror. And that is the problem I have with this whole situation. And you can take it any way you want, but personally, I think it's very disgusting of a human being to do what you did. Um, and I do not blame YouTube for demonetizing you. I don't blame your sponsors for dropping you. and I do not blame Twitch for banning him. I think YouTube should ban you as well, to be completely fucking honest. But hey, you should have to take the blunt of what you should have to pay for your actions. And that's what I'm getting at. All right, guys, we're gonna end this here. I know this isn't a long stream, but I had to get something out to you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you guys did, smash that like, subscribe, push that bell for notifications so you're notified when content goes live. For those of you guys on Rumble, if you guys want to contribute, you guys can like and subscribe. For those of you guys on Twitch, we have a goal to hit about 500 followers and about 5 subs. So if you want to contribute, you definitely can. And if you guys want to go check in all our YouTube videos, there's a link in the description for an AI program that you guys can use to make videos. So if you guys want to go check that out, you definitely can. You can contribute to the channel that way as well, actually. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay frosty.